Hi ladies! So are you looking for a nice summer look that's very easy and very lightweight? Well, I'm about to show it to you. So I like to go lighter. I like to go more golds and more the bronzy neutrals in summertime. So I'm going to be applying, I've already put on my primer, which is a must for summertime. If you are going to be in the hot, sticky weather, you want a primer. Actually, you want a primer anytime, but primer is great because it's going to hold your makeup in place and it's going to create a waterproof barrier and it's going to make it last longer. So when you start to sweat and your face starts to feel like it's going to slough off, it won't when you're using primer. So I highly recommend it. Okay, so I'm going to start with eyes. And I love to use our Splurge Cream shadows because they do not crease, they last all day, and they're just beautiful colors. So I'm going to be using this gold color called Elegant. I like to take a little bit of the product out. I'm using a cream shadow brush. I like to take a little bit of the product out, and I like to warm it up and get it all over the brush on the back of my hand. And just set it down. Okay. So I like to, as you can see, I like to make kind of like, I like to spread it out onto my hand so it gets evenly distributed over the brush. And I'm just going to pat that on all my lid, on my entire lid. I'm going to be starting with the eyes and doing my face, my foundation last, because I've realized when I touch my face to put on my eye makeup, I don't want to risk smearing off any of my foundation. So I've kind of learned a little bit more about makeup since I've been working with Younique that it works better to do it this way. Alright, just gonna make sure I can see how pretty that is. It's just a really nice, soft gold color. And you know what, let me do this. I'm gonna bring it all the way up. Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's get all the way up there. I'm not gonna go too heavy as I go up. I'm just gonna do just a little bit of light kind of strokes. And as you can see, especially when I'm working on the lids, I don't drag it. I kind of pat it around in there. I don't like to pull my lids. All right, so we've got our cream shadow. What I like to do too is my go-to for almost any type of makeup on my face is a nice bronzer. And this is our Beachfront Bronzer in color Malibu. This is our darkest shade. I don't apply this all over my face, it's way too dark, but it's great for eyeshadow. It's great for just a little bit of contouring. You can also use it on your lips. So I'm going to demonstrate a few ways to use it today. So I'm actually going to be taking the darker color here, and I'm taking our sponge and angled brush, and I am going to just use this as my crease color. And if you feel like you go a little too dark with it, you can always blend it out like I'm going to be blending. Blending is your best friend when it comes to makeup, ladies. Blending is so important. So if you go too heavy, you can blend it out. That goes with your foundation, that goes with your eyeshadow, that goes with your bronzer, that goes with your blush. So don't be afraid. I mean, I don't want you to look like a clown and be like, yeah, Kelly told me to put on my makeup heavy. If you put it on heavy, if you make that mistake, don't be afraid to blend it out. But you need to have the right tools to blend out properly. If you use a brush that does not blend well enough, then you may run into issues of you can't get rid of those edges. And when you blend, you want to go for the edges and just soften them up. That's the point of blending. You want to still see your product, but you don't want to see where there's an edge. You want it just to blend one color into the next. That's how blending works. As you can see, I'm just doing little tiny movements around the edge of my crease color with my bronzer. No sharp edges. Okay. So then next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with a really cool liner. I'm going to be using our liquid liner. This is in color Prosperous. It's green. If you can see there, it's green. And if you hear a lot of noise, I have no idea what my family's doing. My husband's downstairs with the kids, and he's probably going to come up here and be like, are you ready yet? I'm like, no, I'm doing a video. And he'll be like, oh, you're doing another video? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing another video. Alright, so I'm using a mirror to kind of help me apply this. And as you can see, I use my hand to stabilize when using liquid liner. So I'll try to use my camera as my mirror here. We'll see how well this goes. And that's another reason. If I had done my foundation all over my face, I'd be possibly risking taking some of it off or smearing it. Uh-oh, here comes the family. I hear them coming up the stairs. Alright, I'm gonna try to be quick. I might even just skip this eye and just show you guys what I do for foundation. So if the kids come up here, they love to be on camera. So they'll probably come and bother us. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, I have no idea where I put my lid. Oh, here it is. Okay, here's my top. Okay. All right, so I'm now going to switch to using our BB cream. And our BB cream is awesome. It's very lightweight. It gives just a little bit of coverage. It's not a whole lot of coverage, but it's, I'm looking for my brush here. Okay, here we go. It's super lightweight and it's got a natural SPF in it. And also it, oh crap. We scared him off, yay. Okay, so I'm gonna just take some of our BB cream, I'm gonna shake it up, I'm almost out of it. And I'm gonna be applying it with my liquid foundation brush. I love this brush. I feel like this brush really helps blend so much better. I love the lightweight aspect of the BB cream, but I like a little bit more coverage than it gives. So I'm gonna be mixing just a little bit of my concealer. Now this is a concealer that would match my skin tone. I don't wanna go with a really light concealer and make myself look ghostly. So I'm just mixing a little bit of concealer in with that. I'm gonna dot it all around. And we're already at 7 minutes, guys. I know this is a little longer than I wanted, but I appreciate if you've been hanging with me. And so I'm just gonna blend it all around. You can use your fingers too. I just like a brush. Maybe what I might do is just move my fingers just a little bit and then use the brush, because you can use your fingers and kind of move it over a little faster. And then the brush is great for final touch-ups. This brush is also so amazing with using our liquid foundation because it buffs it in so well. Okay, so BB cream, lightweight, it feels so moisturizing on your face. Okay, so we have that all on. And that'll give you more of a dewy finish. If you wanted to, you could add a powder. I'm personally not gonna do a powder. Okay. All right, I'm gonna come back to my bronzer and I'm going to get just a little bit of a blusher brush and I'm gonna take the lighter color, I don't wanna go too dark, and I'm going to just contour in a couple areas. I like to give a little bit more of that sun-kissed look. So I like to give a sun-kissed amount of coloring right up in my hairline there. I'm gonna do on the sides of my nose. I like to do a little bit on my cheek there. Now if you have really round cheeks, I don't recommend doing it around the cheek area. You'd want to do up here in the contour to make and give you the illusion of a thinner face. I have a thin face to begin with, and sometimes if I do too much contouring, I tend to look like Skeletor, and we don't want that. So I am doing the lighter color there. I would, okay, so I just cleaned let me see if it's dry. I just cleaned my brush and I hung it up on my rack. So I'm just gonna blend that. Yeah, I hang it with a hair tie upside down for it to dry. So this one wasn't completely dry and I just cleaned my brushes, so it's mostly dry now. Okay. And you can add some mascara at this point. You can do some brows if you want to at this point. I'm gonna just go to the last step, which is I'm gonna come back to my bronzer again. And I'm gonna do my lips. So I'm gonna actually kiss my bronzer. I'm gonna kiss the dark side. I'm gonna kiss the light side. And I'll make sure you don't get it all over. Then I'm gonna take one of our lip bonbons And I'm just gonna seal that color in. And you will have a little touch of color there that will last you all day. If you want to do a little bit more, you could do. And I'm just gonna do a little more and just dab it right there. This time I'm gonna use my finger because I don't want to kiss it with the lip balm all over it. All right, so there you go. An easy summer look that you can do, and I really didn't use many products. I used mostly the bronzer, I used BB cream, I used a cream shadow, and I used a lip balm and a liquid liner. You don't even have to use a liquid liner. You can also take your bronzer with an angled brush. Here we go, angle brush. And you can even do a liner this way if you wanted to. And you can do that on the top. So there's so many versatile options. So I definitely say a bronzer is a must to have over summertime. So I wanted to share that with you guys. This could be your completed look. You can add a little bit more by doing your mascara and doing some eyebrows if you like, or you can just run with this look, which I'm going to today. All right, thanks for joining me. Bye.